This is my response to several allegations made against me, the most serious of which being that I sexually assaulted a former friend and ex-partner of mine named Orion in Orlando, Florida on February 18, 2018.
On February 23 of this year, a Twitter account that is called @Putin tweets out, "I refuse to be silent any longer," with a Twitlonger link. The Twitlonger reads, "Hello, I never felt that I could come out about this, and I've struggled with this for years before writing this, and I doubt it'll ever be anything close of years after I write this that this will ever be released. But in the case that you are reading this, I have to come out and lay what has happened to me. I was raped by a man known as the YouTuber Kwite in February of 2018 and had been an extremely toxic friendship / on and off relationship with him since 2017. This is where it all began. This Twitlonger, this person who actually goes by Orion, an old friend of Kwite's, has now released a Twitlonger with supposed evidence that Kwite has in fact to this individual. Or has he? For those who don't know who Kwite is a member of the commentary community. He does normal commentary just about memes and looking at Reddit memes, and sometimes just posting his VODs of him playing a certain game, like Friday Night Funkin'. He's all around a normal dude. But recently, this person has come out with this Twitlonger leaking his face and other personal info about him, such as his struggle with self-harm. Now, for the paragraph that actually talks about the supposed sexual assault. It reads, "In the backseat of my own car, he raped me. All the while, I was telling him how it hurt and how I didn't want to do this anymore. He kept telling me this is what you wanted as he went, but soon got bored of it and got out. I sat in the car by myself for a bit before going to join him in the movie we had planned to see together, and to make up, he had me buy him popcorn." Now, there is evidence, actually, of him saying himself that none of this happened, but not directly saying that that didn't happen. Matter of fact, there's a whole video of him describing that day in a completely different tone. The uploader is called Tuskspicious, and the title name of the video is "Giving Kwite the Axe, Transphobia and More," posted 4 years ago. This video was reported as constantly being privated and unlisted and then re-uploaded every time there's a new thing to talk about when it comes to Kwite. And a matter of fact, they posted another video calling Kwite guilty, talking about Kwite's For the Record video, which is actually mind-boggling. But here you go. Here's Orion himself describing that day, and you're gonna notice one excruciating detail, that there's nothing about in any part of the story when describing it. So, yeah, give it up for Orion.
We met up in February of 2017. By that time, I had helped him with quite a few things, and we considered each other best friends. I wasn't his best friend, but I was one of his closest. I helped him through self-harm, which I'm still susceptible to.
Yeah, nice job telling someone's biggest secret on the internet for many people to see.
Cut to February, where we met up for the second time, and I remember it was February because we went to see Black Panther. It was fun. And I distinctly remember him getting out of my car, but stopping midway and saying, "Just remember, I really care about you."
Why do you lie about such serious things? You are the reason why real victims are terrified to speak out about their abusers. You are the reason why real victims can never get justice. You are the reason why real abusers get away with their horrific actions. So please, stop. Stop lying. Stop hurting people. You are just being selfish.
So, Orion decides to double down after Kwite's response video, after reluctantly watching it, as you can see here in these screenshots. And, well, a bunch of backfire came their way, obviously, after Kwite debunked all of the accusations entirely in his 1-hour video, which I encourage you highly to watch, as he does a pretty good job. And honestly, I wish other YouTubers, when they're in these kinds of situations, they would respond like this instead of being driven by emotion. Because, yes, this is something to be very emotional about if you get accused of it, but how he handled it was perfect and needs to be an example on how everyone should respond to this kind of things. Now, anyway, moving on. Since Orion got a bunch of backlash, they decide to double down and present a document, a doctor's document, and immediately gets debunked. Everyone looks deep into it, and I mean, even the signature looks fake, man. Look at that thing. What the f? But yeah, so all around really shitty situation. Quite's probably gonna go back to posting as normal. Probably gonna take a break though, most likely for mental health reasons, which understandable if he does take a break for those reasons. So yeah. Now, the next part of this video is just kind of like a the moral of the story kind of thing. You don't have to stay, but you know, it's kind of important, so I encourage you to stay, because I feel like this isn't said enough. Guilty till proven innocent is the worst way to go about things. Because, I mean, look at this situation, for example. Everyone went by the rule guilty till proven innocent, and here we are now. Kwite got death threats, got called ugly, got, like, just actually dogged on by the entire internet because everyone thought he was a rapist. Even going on his Twitter saying, "Ain't you a rapist?" like to have some kind of gotcha moment, but instead they just look like dicks, because it turned out this entire time Kwite has been the victim. And matter of fact, when you watch Kwite's video, he even says that most of the time, well, basically all of the time, Orion's the one initiating sexual acts. For example, you can watch his video too. In Kwite's video, he talks about the same day when they watched the Black Panther movie with Orion, and he goes on to talk about how he was trying to buy his own things. He saw some plushies he likes, so he was gonna buy them. And Orion doesn't let him. He was like, "No, I insist, let me buy them for myself." And Orion's like, "No, I'll buy them." And just going back and forth, and Orion said, "Well, if you buy them, you have to kiss me." And like he would there's a whole pattern. There's also screenshots that Kwite shows in the videos, in the video. So yeah, like I said, please go watch it. It's perfect. So yeah. I know I haven't been posting a lot. It's just there's nothing to ever talk about. I'm probably going to talk about the Sneeko versus Moist Critical situation because I think that shit's hilarious. But yeah, I'm going to try to post regularly. A lot of bad shit's been happening on my end. Broken VR headset and everything. So that sucks. But yeah. But like I was saying, guilty till proven innocent is horrible because it's like the worst way to go about things. It's highly toxic and unhealthy. There's times when, yeah, you're just flat out guilty. But this was not the case because there was no actual evidence that Orion presented. Instead, he just leaked Quite's face and that's it. Another thing that rubbed me the wrong way in this whole situation is the fact that for some reason Orion decided to say, oh, by the way, I'm the one who came up with Quite's Sona. Because the reason why that rubs me in such a wrong way is because that has nothing to do with, that's completely irrelevant to the situation at hand. So I don't know why he even thought to bring that up. So just kind of like insult to injury, I guess. But yeah. And in the pictures that he did leak, it shows him being very, very touchy with Quite, which, I mean, for example, this picture right here, you seem pretty damn happy for a person next to their but damn, go off, I guess. I mean, if that's the guy who touched you inappropriately inside of your own car before watching a movie with you, I wouldn't see why you have him at your dad's house while hanging off of his shoulder. But, you know, all of that will make sense. Go watch the video for yourself. But yeah, I find this whole situation stupid. And, I think anyone who is acting like this, instead of just waiting for the other side of the story, I think you're stupid as well. I'm just going to be completely blunt about it. And this situation is a perfect example why real victims can't come out about real problems, about real abusers. Because they're too scared to, because people like this ruin it for them, making other people not trust others who call themselves victims. We need to start living life by innocent till proven guilty, because another Quite situation might pop up. And I will admit, when I heard about this situation, I was skeptical from the start, but at the same time, I'm like, well, this has happened a lot. Oh god, here we go again. But I decided to wait to hear Quite's side of the story. I literally constantly looked at his channel every day because I'm a big fan of Quite. I love his channel, I love his videos. I love everything that he does on YouTube because his shit's really fun to watch while playing video games. And what do you know? The man who's so guilty turns out to be innocent with piles and piles of evidence that we can all go read for ourselves. So go to his video, go to his description of his video. It has timestamps, and it also has links to all their chat logs, archive chat logs on both Skype and Discord. So if you still think he's guilty, then I don't know. But yeah, all around shitty situation, and it's horrible that people have to go through this kind of shit on the internet. But I guess that's just kind of the package that comes with being a YouTuber, that one day, just doesn't matter who you are, how good of a person you are, you're gonna get attacked for something stupid. Like, for example, Mr. Beast got attacked for helping people. What the? Are you fucking kidding? But yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing else really happening. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Like always, stay hot. Peace.